Hey guys, happy weekend and welcome to another weekly breakdown. So I'll be going through the trades I took this week on my account and go through the reasons behind me placing those trades and how the trades played out. So let's just go straight to it. So this week I didn't really take much trades. The only trade I had was on Monday and it ended up being a break-even trade. What I was looking out here for was a long on GBP USD. So after doing my pre-market routine, I saw a trade opportunity on GBP USD, which was during the London session, but unfortunately, it didn't play out during the London session as I was hoping. So price went up to this area here, which was a higher time frame point of interest before going down, which automatically made it a low probability trade. As you can see here, this is what I said. Price approached the H4 fair value gap, which is a higher time frame point of interest, because I was hoping for price to from this level trade down here before going to this H4 target, but unfortunately price went up here first before coming down, which placed the trade now on a low probability. So as you can see here, I was using the DXY as a confluence, so this was another low probability scenario on DXY, because first I was expecting price from here without trading down into this previous week low to trade up here, then trade down to the previous week low. So as you can see here, price went down to the previous week low, then displaced to the upside, which automatically signifies bullishness in price, and it was going to be hard for price to break this low. So as you can see here, and DXY just showed a huge rejection after taking out the previous week's low, which signifies bullish presence in the market. So after seeing all this, I still decided to place my trade once price got to my entry level. As you can see, I wrote here, price is currently at my entry level. So my trade is now active. I'll be watching to see how price reacts. So the DXY is also at the level which I was anticipating it to get to, which is here. So after seeing this rejection here, it was in line with my trade idea on GBP USD. So after watching the trade for some time, price has been consolidating at my entry for over 2 hours now. I'm considering closing my trade for a little loss, but I'm still on the trade for now. This is because after price showed this consolidation here, I wasn't really expecting price to do much since it was first on a Monday, and then it has already fulfilled this higher time frame target. But I still decided to at least just watch and see what price does using the New York volatility. So I was hoping to see volatility gets in the market during the New York session. As you can see here, I'm also aware that there will be a red folder news release on GBP by 7 p.m. I think I might still be in the trade by then, depending on the volatility that gets into the market. I might be done with the trade. Either price hits my stop loss or TP, but unfortunately I decided to close the trade before this 7 p.m. news, and I'll show you guys the reason why. So this was the outcome. I decided to close my trade on GU because price has been consolidating at my entry for over 3 hours, and my confluence trade on DXY hit stop loss, so I decided to exit on my trade. What do I mean by my confluence trade? I told you guys I had this confluence trade on DXY, which I was expecting it to go bearish, at least not taking out this low, because since price has cleared this liquidity, I wasn't expecting this low to get taken out, but at least just trade down into a discount level. But unfortunately, price was consolidating here and it went up, invalidating this trade idea. So now I was now very unsure on either letting my GBP trade continue or closing it at a break even. So I just decided to close my trade due to this reason. Price got stopped out on my DXY confluence trade and price was way out of my Q zone. That was my trading hours. The reason I had this trade was price failed to fulfill its objective the previous week, which is the H4 fair value gap at premium, as I said there. So I'm expecting price to trade to that level today, being Monday. So this is the whole idea on that trade. So the mistake I had on this trade was I closed my trade emotionally due to the trade confluence on DXY hitting stop loss. Since the trade on DXY got invalidated and seeing lack of volume or volatility in price, I decided to close my trade, and plus it was on a Monday, so I don't usually trade on Monday. So this all influenced my decision of closing the trade, and I wasn't focused on my trade pair, which was GBP USD, to see how the higher time frame were reacting. I was more focused on DXY, which was actually true, because I spent much time on the DXY trade looking out to see if there is a displacement or a rejection from the entry level, which was a higher time frame rejection area. So spending most time on the DXY. I didn't go to my GBP USD higher time frame to see how it looks, or if to check if there's actually bullishness in price to either influence my decision of holding till the next day or closing the trade. And the next mistake I did was price went to my target first before getting to my entry. As I said earlier, price went to the 4-hour fair value gap, which is the point of interest, before going to my entry, which ultimately made the trade a low probability trade, but I still decided to take the trade. My trade target was in a high resistant liquidity one environment, which means price was going to find a hard time trading to it. What do I mean by this? Let me take you back to the trade. What do I mean by my trade was in a high resistance liquidity one environment? As you can see here, guys, before I had this trade, I was expecting price to trade down here without going to this level first, but clearly price went straight up here, then displaced to the downside, which normally this now is a liquidity grab. So price took out this swing here, then displaced to the downside. So now for price to trade back up to this high, price is going to find a very hard time trading back up to this level, because it just came from that level. This was another confluence, making it a low probability environment. So what was the lessons I learned on this trade? I should only allow price to prove me wrong by getting to my stop loss, because the market is random and I can't know for certain if price will stop me out without having the patience to watch price action and letting price decide if I'm wrong or right. This is exactly the issue I had, because I felt like since price has been consolidating at my entry for over 3 hours, I decided that the trade wasn't going to play out, without remembering the fact that price is random and the probability is still 50-50. I wasn't going to know for a fact that the trade wasn't going to play out. So the area to improve on is my patience on a trade. I should always allow price to either prove me wrong or right, which is what I said. I should let price to hit my stop loss or my take profit. My adjusted stop loss should be on the next protected swing. So what do I mean by this? Let me take you guys to the chart so you guys can see the trade. So yeah, this is the trade here. Let me go on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, this is the whole trade idea. So as you can see here, clearly price took out this inducement liquidity here to this point of entry. So after price got there, I got out from this level here, because this consolidation here took a long while and there was lack of volatility in the market. So the volatility came very late in the market. So I was already, this was like London close. I was already out of the market then. So after seeing this in the market, I closed around here. So after seeing price trade up to this level, as I said, price was going to find a hard time breaking this, because it's in a high resistant liquidity one environment. So after seeing this, price traded up to this level here, rejected here, but this is a strong low, because price is, if you go on the 1 hour chart, we'll clearly see that price is on an uptrend, so that low shouldn't get traded to. If I had held my trade till the next day, which was on Tuesday, which was when volatility came into the market, because there was a red folder news release on GBP during the morning hours, that was London session. If I had held my trade through Monday and into Tuesday London session, I would have closed on a winning trade. But that's just a lesson for another day. So yeah, guys, this is how we stand currently, taking 3 trades so far February, 1 win and 1 break even with 1 loss. So I'm operating on a 33% win rate this February. So let's see how it ends. So I'll see you guys the next week, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Peace.